Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Regards from Boulder, regards from Chabad House. We're still here. Unfortunately, we're closed, but we're still around. For those who are watching live and for those who are going to watch later, I would like to first begin with a prayer of the refuah shalema, speedy recovery to all those around the world who are desperate for a recovery with coronavirus. This is, I know for many of us sitting in our homes, this is just a time for reflection. But Usher, I'm live. For those sitting at home, for us, many of us, it's just a time for reflection. But for many people around the world, this is actually a very, very difficult time. And so may this learning be in their honor and for those who passed away in their memory. So today's topic about being positive, to dwell on the positive, obviously it's not easy to dwell on the positive. A lot of people are struggling tremendously. And actually, we always wonder naturally, what is our to go to attitude? In other words, naturally, is it negative or positive? And actually, scientists have coined the word um, negativity bias, which is why what we're sharing today and what we've shared yesterday and what we'll continue sharing every day is based in a book, which I'll put in the comments, Positivity Bias. You can find it on Chabad.org. Because if naturally we're always going to look at everything with a negative eye, then how do we actually go against that and start looking things in a positive way? Right? We say that if we have the equal experience, positive experience, and a negative experience, we'll always end up connecting more to the negative experience. People have a 90% memory of negative experiences over positive experiences. So, as somebody who is inspired by the Rebbe and looking at his life, which was not an easy life, he was never blessed with children. He Holocaust survivor. You can't call specifically that he had a glorious life. Yet, the Rebbe was probably the most positive person in our generation. And so when you look at him and his teachings, which I'm going to read you one of the letters over here, you will actually see how to create this positive mindset. So one thing is, just to be clear, it's not about telling yourself, oh, nothing negative is going on in my life. Everything is perfect. Actually, that's not true. You got to be a realist. And the reality of life is that we're going to have moments that really challenge ourselves in an extremely difficult way. Extremely difficult way. And it's not like a simple thing to just say, da da da, let me be happy. It doesn't work that way. But yet, it's all about what are we choosing to do? Are we choosing to see the positive in our lives, or are we choosing to focus on the negativity in our lives? And this can happen at any single day. So there was a young child back in the 50s who was very close with the Rebbe's mother, a blessed memory, Rebbe Simchana. And he used to go help with the groceries, something, by the way, that if you're young enough, you should consider calling somebody who's older and stuck at home right now and see people older should never be leaving their houses at this moment, and see maybe you can just help them by going to buy them some strawberries or whatever else they may need. Okay, so this young child, went to used to go help. So one time he was curious and said, "Can you ask maybe your son, the Rebbe, what is his favorite prayer?" Wow. The Rebbe used to pray a lot. Every Jew prays a lot, and the Rebbe prayed for all the Jewish people. What's your favorite prayer? It's a great story. So she said, "You know what? I'll find out." She comes in back the next day, and she said that the Rebbe said his favorite prayer is the first prayer we say every morning: "Modeh ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam shehechazarta bi nishmati b'chemla rabba amunatecha." His favorite prayer is thanking God that we're alive. And that is something that we can all connect to, because we go to sleep at night and we expect to wake up in the morning, A. We expect to wake up in the morning happy. We expect to wake up in the morning in the same place we went to sleep last night. as this book so beautifully says, with our shoes made, with our toothbrush ready, everything we seem to, that's how we like it to be. But in reality, there's no guarantee for any of that. And every single thing's a different way. And that's what we're learning so quickly. So wake up in the morning and you say, I am going to be able to focus on the fact, if nothing else, is that I'm alive and that I exist. And that's an incredible thing because the Maimonides, who had an extremely difficult life, he said that the problem is that we like to focus on the negativity. He actually wrote this in his very, very famous book of philosophy, the Moreh Nevuchim, that we like to focus on the negativity that takes place in the world. But he said that's very silly because if we look at the world at large from a much wider lens, we'll see that actually there's a lot of good things taking place in this world. And even right now, if you see how, on the one hand, there's such tragedy, on the other hand, think about all the amazing people in this world who are ready to volunteer, give the time, and countries and companies, and everybody is stopping to try and tackle this. So my last thought is like this. We think, based on what we said above, is that if we'll be positive, we'll have a happier life. Okay, because focus on the positive. It's actually a lot more than that. The Rebbe had a term, and that's called Trach Gut Sein Gut. If you think positive, it will be good. Our positive thoughts actually create an energy that makes life better, makes God give us a better life. It's an incredible thing. So we can always choose to say, oh my God, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And you know what will happen? There probably won't be any light at the end of the tunnel. But if we choose to think positive in every single situation, what will happen is you are creating an energy and you're giving Hashem the opportunity to actually make your life better. So with this, I say Alachayim to all Jewish buffs and to people worldwide. That's the truth, is that we should always remember to not just focus on the energy, because obviously our life becomes so much better. Everybody knows that. And I can continue talking about that. And it's not easy. It's really not easy, especially when it's difficult. But more than that, we are able to create our future by thinking positive. And so many people, this is a scientific fact, but more than that, it is a spiritual reality that we have the ability to make our lives better. So with that, I'll stop for today, and I hope to see you every day at 2 o'clock. If you're not watching live, which I know most of you are not, I will share this later, and we hope to be on Spotify soon too. All these will be shared, and with that, I will say shalom and l'chaim.